This from Ross Dellinger. The NCAA announces that it is pursuing investigations for sports betting with 13 more athletes at 6 schools. So there was a statement released. I saw it out there making the rounds yesterday that the NCAA enforcement staff is in the process of alleging violations of sports betting rules and or related failure to cooperate violations for 13 former men's basketball student athletes who competed at 6 schools at the time the conduct in question occurred. Those schools: Eastern Michigan, Temple, Arizona State, New Orleans, North Carolina A&T, and Mississippi Valley. They say additional cases are in various stages of the investigation process. So the NCAA decides, okay, let's put this out there. Let's release a statement. Let's show that we're willing to tell people what is going on here. But for them to make this sort of a statement, that's got to mean they are very close to putting some evidence out there. And we're going to hear more about this one.
It is such a wild landscape now because sports betting is just crammed down everybody's throats. And this is why a lot of states, when they were legalizing sports betting, did not want to have the advertising on television. I mean, you watch an NFL game. I watched Packers and Commanders last night. Now, the commercials aren't as hot and heavy on Amazon Prime, but take a Monday night football game or a Sunday night football game. And I know a lot of us don't watch commercials anymore because the game breaks and we go to our phones, or the game goes to commercial and we get something to drink or something to eat. A lot of us don't really consume commercials because we have ADD because of these stupid things. But pay attention to how many sports betting commercials are on during your next primetime football game. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And people wonder why are these college athletes gambling? Well, I hate to break it to you. I know college kids at Illinois when I was there that were gambling too. Like, it happened. Don't think that kids on the Illinois football team didn't have a bookie in 2008. The problem is all the saturation in the market creates a bigger appetite, and it's literally everywhere. That's one of the worst parts about the space. And, you know, I feel so many different ways about this whole situation because legalization has helped us catch more people. Like, guys were getting away with it 15 years ago because it wasn't legal. Guys would have just corner guys, and local college kids were bookies. Like, that's how it was. But now that you can track the paper trail with BetMGM or whatever sports book, you're able to clip people easier. That's how Calvin Ridley got caught in Florida. He signed up, put Calvin Ridley on his account. Like, how dumb can you be? But the paper trails actually make it easier to catch illegal gambling and college players gambling. It's such a weird landscape, though, man, because as much in favor as I am for legalized sports betting, this is not good. It is not good that 13 schools, according to Ross Dellinger, are having issues. Or 13 more athletes at 6 schools, excuse me. Yes, the truth is it's probably more than 6. It's probably more than 6.
Of course.
That's
definitely.
The reality.
And the NCAA was willing to go this far and say that this includes student athletes betting on and against their own teams. See, that's the one that Pete Rose was always fighting. Well, I always bet on my team. They're saying in some of these examples that they're betting against their teams, sharing information with third parties for purposes of sports betting, knowingly manipulating scoring or game outcomes, and or refusing to participate in the enforcement staff's investigation. That is serious, man. Betting on your team to lose, changing the score, having that sort of power. You know, in basketball, you have a turnover at the end of the game for it to go under the total or something like that. Is anybody going to notice? Or how blatant is it? I also noticed, Sam, small schools, Eastern Michigan, New Orleans, North Carolina A&T, smaller schools where it probably went unnoticed for a long period of time. I think both of us are on the same page, and a lot of people in the industry are on the page that look, sports betting helps. We're finding this because of sports betting, especially how rampant legalized sports betting is. But, and to your point, yes, it's going to happen regardless. I don't think it happens to this level. Does this happen? What the NCAA is releasing a statement about yesterday. Does this happen if we don't have PASPA overturned, if we don't have legalized sports betting in most states now throughout the country? I don't know, because I know it's our world and we've been interested in it, and a lot of our friends, and we talk to people about it that have been in on it for a very long period of time. We grew up in it in the Chicagoland area where it's always been everywhere, legal or not. But I also, we know a lot of people that had no interest in betting on sports until it was legal. And I don't know that this is happening if it isn't legal throughout much of the country.
It's really impossible to say. I mean, kids would be gambling. Yes, of course they would. But I think we obviously have more gamblers now because of legalization. The other side of that coin, though, without legalized betting, you don't catch a lot of this stuff, and you don't have these gaming boards and these people investigating box scores. If sports betting wasn't legal, we wouldn't be diving inside the Utah Valley box score. We just wouldn't. We wouldn't have these agencies that were combing through the play-by-play where, oh, this point guard turned the ball over on 4 straight possessions. We wouldn't care. But now that it's legal, you have to have everything in order, and you have to have the checks and balances system. It's a tough look. I'm glad that the NCAA is figuring out what's going wrong and doing something about it. It's not going to stop people from doing this, though. That's the unfortunate part of the equation, because people will always reach out to athletes and say, "Hey, I will give you this, and you do this, and we will go on our way." That's happened forever, though. I mean, think about Henry Hill. At Boston College, like this happened long before sports betting was legalized. I don't know what the solution is. I don't have one for you. I don't think anybody has a solution.